Hello YouTube, Jeff Kelly here. Thought I'd make a video today, January 1st, 2015, on the Smith & Wesson 500 Magnum 8 3/8 inch barrel. The Magnum is the most powerful production handgun made today. They make it in different barrel sizes. This one happens to be an 8 3/8. They make it in a 10 1/2 and also in a 4-inch. They're priced anywhere from $1,299 to $1,369 new. I bought this one used. It's a 2003. That's the first year they came out. And there's a lot of them that you can buy used, because once you feel the recoil and your hand hurts for a week after you fired it a few times, I guess a lot of them come up for sale. You've got two rounds here. The hard cast bullet sitting on the right is a double tap 400 grain bullet. It puts out 2,878 pounds of muzzle energy and goes at 1,800 foot-pound, or 1,800 feet per second. That one happens to come in boxes of 20, and per round you're paying $2.59. The other one's an Underwood. That's a 350 grain. That puts out 2,842 foot-pounds of muzzle energy and flies at 1,912 feet per second. And they do pack quite a wallop to the palm of your hand, and they're not too comfortable to shoot. The solution to that is to load your own, and I've got a Dillon 650 machine here, and I wanted to discuss what it would take to load your own ammunition for the 500 Magnum. First thing you're going to have to do is get a large rifle case feed shell plate that will handle the 500 Magnum, and that costs about $38. And you put that in there as such, and then you're going to have to get a new front here for the shell feeder. This is the 500 Magnum one, and this is the one for smaller size pistols that comes on the case feeder normally. So you're going to have to get one of those from Dillon. And next, this piece right here needs to be replaced. As you can see, this is the old one for the smaller bullets there, so you have to replace that to accept the 500 Magnum shells. And then there's also this conversion kit, this new tube, and then there's the piece that goes, well, there's no piece that goes down in here. It's just, it's all built in to the new piece right here. And of course you need a set of dies. I happen to have got the Reading dies for 500 Magnum. I usually like Dillon dies, but the Reading dies seem to be more adjustable and you can get more precise measurement on them. So I got those, and then of course you need the shell plate and the adapter So that's about it. So let's get started. So let's talk about cost. The load is on the Hodgdon website, and they use 11 grains of tight group powder, which is pretty light. It actually shoots like a 38 plus P, so you can shoot these things all day long. The powder costs about 2.5 cents a round, so it's very affordable. I got Starline brass, brand new. You have to get the, well, the only kind they have anymore is the rifle pocket primer, which is designated by an R on the bottom of the on the case head of the brass. So you've got to buy that. That's about 70 cents per round, but you only have to buy that once. And then Barry's happens to have a nice deal on some 350 grain 500 Magnum round shoulder plated bullets that you can see you can fire them up to 2,000 feet per second. And they're a nicely made bullet with a cannular in there, so they're easy to load. And those cost about 28 cents a piece. And next, you need Federal large Magnum rifle primers. And pick them up at a gun show. Those are about 2.5 cents a piece. So you can reload the Smith & Wesson 500 Magnum for 33 cents a round, which is cheap in my estimation, and it's easy to shoot. You can shoot them all day long at 50 yards. You can cut out the center of a 6-inch target with no problem, and it's a nice way to go. So let's load one just to see how this goes. First thing you do is apply some Dillon case lube to the outside of the case. Make it cycle a little smoother, and drop it into the case feeder, and then of course cycle your press and seat the primer. Now this is where it gets a little tricky because new brass is very hard to get out of the powder funnel. So let's see how this one goes. There we go. So put the powder. Yeah, let's put a bullet on top. There we go. Seat the bullet and crimp it. And that is all there is to it. 33 cents a round. Really can't beat that. And it's a nice gun to shoot with these. So I hope that was helpful, and Happy New Year, everybody. One last thing, I forgot to tell you what these bullets chrono at, and that is 970 feet per second and 720 foot-pounds of muzzle energy, and of course that's a 350 grain Barry's bullet. So thanks very much.